Good evening and welcome back. So this evening we're going to be talking about materials and projects that we've been using them on. So I just ordered this material and the seller actually sent a Christmas card, filled it out with my name and everything on it. I'm really impressed with that. The materials that I've been using on all my amplifier projects, I couldn't remember what it was, and this is the company of the materials that I've been using. So it's known as Shoemaker or Schumacher. So this is the new material that I just got. This is called Thailand. It says dry clean only. It's very, very expensive material. But this is just awesome. This is going to be one of my tube amplifier projects that's coming up. I just bought 2 more tube amplifiers to recover, and this is going on one of them for sure. I just absolutely love this one. So anyways, there's just a sneak peek here on the material. And I've had a lot of people ask me what material it is that I've been using, and it is the Shoemaker material. Some of them say Waverly Shoemaker, Waverly by Shoemaker, and Shoemaker. So those are the materials that I'm using. That one was really expensive. A couple of these here were really pricey. So this is what's left of one of the projects, and I still have to make a reverb tank bag for that, and we're getting ready to check that project out here, the one that we just did in this color. I also did one in this color, and this is what's left of that. My very first one was done in this, and we are going to do another one. I think I have enough here for a single 1x10, so that will definitely happen. We're going to do a 2x12 in this, and I do have grill cloths, a whole bunch of them over there already picked out for each one of these. So this is going to be a 2x12 tube amp project here. This one here is also going to be a 2x12 or a single 12, or maybe 2 single 12s, or anyways, that's what this is going to be, another tube amp. And then obviously there's there's not enough, I can't even talk. There is not enough left to do another project with that one. This one here, it'd have to be an awful tiny little amp. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'll cut scraps of these and make little sample books and keep track of the ones that I've done amplifier wise. So there we go. We got several more projects coming up right here and here, but let's go ahead and look at this one that I just recently did in the teal, because this is going to be basically finally it's done other than a cover. I think I'm just going to order a factory Fender cover for it. What do I do with my scissors? Constantly putting them in a different spot. So I'm probably just going to order the factory Fender cover, because I don't have enough time to sit down and make custom cover for it right now, and I can't buy the material, let alone the shipping, for the price of a cover. Material is extremely expensive, and I can get, depending on the size of an amp, depending on if it's a single 10, 12, or 2x12, you can get a Fender cover for 20 to 40 bucks, depending on what amp it is. Alright, so what we have here are obviously caster wheels, and they come with the inserts. I'm going to save these inserts for a future project because I don't need them. However, I do need the casters. So here is the amplifier that they're going to go on to. So let me go ahead and get them on there, and we'll be able to spin this around and I can speak more on it. But this is like the final thing other than the cover to making this one completely finished. And it is one of the builds that I've done that has the feet and the wheels. Because normally what I do is I chuck the feet because they're pretty whooped. Oh, I can't get that one to go in. All the other ones went right in. Anyways, I usually chuck the feet and just put screw-on wheels. But since this one already had the caster inserts, I left the feet on so you can take them on or off. Let's see, trying to find a non-evasive hammer here. Let's see. The little snap ring on this one is just a little tighter than the rest of them. Doesn't look like it was completely bent around. And this is being kind of stubborn wanting to go in there, so there we go. Just tap it in there. Alright, so I guess I'll just move this. So what we have here is a 1992 Fender Ultimate Chorus 2x12. There it is. So it's all done. It's been an ongoing project. Been bouncing back and forth between this and 4 other projects. So it's been kind of nerve-wracking, and I've kind of lost some of my excitement because I'm still neck deep into these projects. I'm having a lot of fun with it, don't get me wrong. But it just gets a little tiring. But finally now we have real genuine Fender wheels in the bottom of it now. So I did all the Tolex on it. We didn't touch any of the hardware because it's just beautifully patinaed. 1992. This actually has a real metal emblem on it as well, where the other one, the FM212 that we did, has a plastic emblem on it. Same exact cabinet and everything, just different chassis. You could actually take this chassis and put it in an FM212 and vice versa. So if you had to change your chassis, you got multiple choices of putting something back in there if you really wanted to keep your cabinet. But anyhow, so the Tolex is all completely done. The speaker grill cloth I bought to match it. In the back here, we have the Celestion G12 V-type 70 watt 8 ohm speakers. I put brand spanking new chorus pedal in it because this is like a brand spanking new amplifier again. Again, all the straps, I took this cloth and glued and wrapped it around webbing or like straps like what you'd have for a ratchet strap. I can buy that in different widths. Anyhow, long story short, where's my scissors? I need to trim a little piece of it off there. Long story short, it's screwed to the cabinet and I put stainless steel snaps in it. So there's no staples to be pulled out. I showed you guys in a previous video. I don't have them. Oh, yes, I do, right here. I say I don't have them handy, but this is what you get when you buy an amp from Fender. So you get 2 raggedy pieces of Velcro opposed of each other with a couple staples ran into it, and these are your pedal and your cord hold downs. So all mine are matching, made out of nylon webbing, and they're screwed to the box, so there's no staples to pull out. Same with the cord hold down. It's also got a snap stud right to the bottom of the cabinet that holds it in place with the snap top. And there's your brand new pedal cord and your original power cord. I am going to make a reverb tank bag for that reverb tank in there. That is the same material as this. Obviously, I'm going to have to put this material on some vinyl because the reverb tank bags are a lot thicker than this material here. So basically going to cover vinyl with this and sew it together and then make a tank bag out of that. So when you look in here, all you're going to see is this nice finished details of the straps, the tank bag, all down here on the inside where the material wraps around. These are strips of bamboo that I also covered with this material and just put a couple staples in to cover the raw edge of the material and the staples, because this is all glued and stainless steel stapled. When you buy one from Fender, it's just glued. There's no staples. Again, there's nothing to cover raw edges or finishing. There's just raggedy Velcro hold downs. I try to go above and beyond on details when I do any kind of upholstery work, and this is no different. So this turned out just absolutely amazing. Completely just, this one is breathtaking. Absolutely just love how it came out. The colors look just amazing. I can't even describe how it looks in person. It looks way different in person. So I also tried to get the pattern to where this was the center, because it's a continuing pattern over and over, and I had a lot of waste trying to cut this. And this side looks good, all right, don't get me wrong, but the way I had to cut it and everything to get the pieces to cover the amp and not look goofy, this side ended up looking better just because the emblem's up a little higher. But hey, you're never looking at both sides at the same time. It's just little meticulous things where as a trimmer I notice and pick it out. But yeah, so there's your hold downs. Nice snap instead of Velcro. Real easy to open and close. They look nicer. They're going to last forever. Not going to rip out, fall off. So once I get the tank bag in there and made for it, that's just going to look amazing. Let me try to find the material here. We'll lay it in there. You'll get an idea what I'm talking about. Here's a little chunk. Come on, camera. All right, so obviously that's not the bag, but just picture that made into a real tank bag. When you look in there, it's going to be just absolutely stunning, because everything will be all finished out, very clean, very neat, and it's just going to look awesome. So there it is. Ultimate Chorus. This is made in Mexico, I think, on this one. Yes, this one is a Mexican made. We have a bunch of American made ones coming, one Chinese made one coming, but the Mexican and American ones are the ones that I really try to steer towards. But there's nothing really wrong with the Chinese ones either, but just the Mexican and American ones are a lot better. So anyways, there it is. It's a vintage amp, completely redone. So again, this is 1992 Ultimate Chorus 2x12 Fender amp with the Celestion G12 V-type 70 watt 12s in it. It does have the reverb tank in there, which I'm going to make the bag for. I just showed you guys all the other attributes and finishes I did to it. Brand spanking new foot switch. This used to have the old aluminum looking wedge thing, so this is a very nice upgrade to it as well. It keeps it vintage yet modern at the same time. It's a really nice mixture of both, in my opinion. And now it has the caster wheels So it's a much easier thing to roll around, because I got to tell you guys, once these Celestians got put in here, this thing is really super, super heavy now. We will get it on a scale and do a weighing on it, because I got several other 2x12s that we're doing, and I'm going to have to scale them out for the shipping anyhow on the reverb listings. So we'll see how much they weigh. But this one so far, this one weighs a whole lot more than the FM212, and that one has the Fender musical instrument speakers in it, 12s. But this thing, it weighs a ton. So the wheels will come in really good. Anyhow, we have 3 more other projects that are done. 1 that's half apart and 2 more on the way. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of these, and they're getting cooler and cooler as they go. I like these solid state amps a lot. They're really easy. It's just plug and play. Real simple. You don't have to worry about the tubes and all that kind of stuff breaking. And just really, I love the style of this cabinet and everything, because it reminds you of all the 2x12 tube amps, you know, like your super reverb and all that. And yeah, so I like these cabinets. I'm going to continue to probably seek out these early 90s or late 80s, early 90s, even early 2000s, I guess, on the Fender amps that are this style. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth there, and I couldn't. I do like the Blues DeVille and Hot Rods and all them too. So I actually am going to be covering a Blues Junior single 12 that's coming, and I guess I'll just let the beans out too. I got a Super Champ. I think it's a vibrato Super Champ that's coming too. It's tube amp. We're going to be covering that. I think that one's a single 10. So I got a single 10 tube amp, single 12 tube amp that we're doing. We already got this one and that other 2x12 done. Stay tuned for that video. And we got a couple practice amps and a acoustic 15 watt amp that is also done. So again, stay tuned to the videos that are coming up. Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe.